How BRICS will make challenges to US dollar's economy? BRICS, an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, represents a significant coalition of emerging market economies that have gained prominence in the global economic landscape since its formation in 2009. This diverse group of nations spans multiple continents, cultures, and economic systems. Yet they share common goals of promoting economic development, enhancing global cooperation, and challenging the dominance of traditional Western powers in international affairs. In this comprehensive analysis, we will delve into the multifaceted nature of BRICS and its implications for the US dollar and other key economic factors. Economic size and growth potential. BRICS countries collectively account for a substantial portion of the world's population and gross domestic product (GDP). With their immense economic potential, these nations have become attractive destinations for trade, investment, and technological innovation. Let's explore the economic profiles of each BRICS member in greater detail. China. As the largest economy among the BRICS nations, China has undergone rapid industrialization and urbanization over the past few decades. It is renowned for its manufacturing prowess, export-oriented economy, and massive consumer market. Example: China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, aims to enhance connectivity and trade among participating countries, promoting economic development and infrastructure investment across Asia, Africa, and Europe. India, with its vast population and burgeoning middle class, India is a major player in the global services sector, particularly in information technology, outsourcing, and software development. Despite facing challenges such as infrastructure deficiencies and bureaucratic red tape, India's economy continues to grow at a steady pace. Example: India's ambitious Make in India campaign seeks to transform the country into a global manufacturing hub by attracting foreign investment and promoting domestic manufacturing capabilities. Brazil, endowed with abundant natural resources, including agricultural land, minerals, and renewable energy sources, Brazil is a key player in global commodity markets. However, it grapples with issues such as income inequality and corruption and environmental degradation. Example: Brazil's agricultural sector is a major exporter of soybeans, coffee, beef, and sugar, contributing significantly to the country's trade balance and economic growth. Russia. As a major exporter of oil, natural gas, and minerals, Russia plays a pivotal role in global energy markets. However, its economy is heavily dependent on commodity exports, leaving it vulnerable to price fluctuations and geopolitical tensions. Example: Russia's energy resources provide it with significant geopolitical leverage, particularly in its relations with Europe and neighboring countries in Eurasia. South Africa. Despite its relatively small size compared to other BRICS members, South Africa boasts a well-developed financial sector, vibrant cultural scene, and strategic location at the crossroads of Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. Example: South Africa's hosting of the FIFA World Cup in 2010 showcased its ability to organize major international events and attract tourism and investment. 2. Cooperation and collaboration. BRICS nations collaborate on various fronts, including economic, political, and social issues. Through regular summits, working groups, and joint initiatives, they seek to strengthen their collective influence on the global stage and promote mutual development. Let's examine some key areas of cooperation. Trade and investment. Increased intra-BRICS trade and investment have reduced reliance on traditional Western markets and fostered greater economic integration among member countries. This trend is evident in the growing volume of bilateral and multilateral trade agreements within the BRICS framework. Example: the BRICS New Development Bank, NDB, established in 2014 with an initial capital of $100 billion, provides financing for infrastructure and sustainable development projects in member countries, reducing dependence on traditional Western-dominated financial institutions like the World Bank. Currency cooperation. BRICS nations have explored alternatives to the US dollar for international transactions, aiming to reduce exposure to currency volatility and strengthen financial resilience. Initiatives such as the BRICS Contingent Reserve Arrangement, CRA, and discussions about a BRICS currency basket challenge the dollar's hegemony in global finance. Example: the CRA, with a total capital commitment of $100 billion, provides a financial safety net for member countries facing balance of payments crises, reducing their reliance on external sources of funding during times of economic turmoil. Technology and innovation. BRICS countries are investing heavily in research and development, technological innovation, and digital infrastructure to drive economic growth and foster entrepreneurship. Collaboration in areas such as artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and e-commerce is creating new opportunities for innovation and job creation. Example: China's rapid advancements in 5G technology, with an estimated investment of over $400 billion, have positioned it as a global leader in telecommunications, enabling the widespread adoption of high-speed mobile connectivity and the Internet of Things, IoT. 3. Impact on the US dollar and economic factors. The rise of BRICS has significant implications for the US dollar and other key economic factors, including trade, investment, currency dynamics, geopolitical influence, and global governance structures. Let's explore these dynamics in greater detail. Trade flows. The increasing volume of intra-BRICS trade has reduced the dominance of the US dollar in global trade settlements as member countries explore alternative payment mechanisms and currency arrangements. This trend could weaken the dollar's status as the world's primary reserve currency and alter the balance of power in international trade. Example: the establishment of bilateral currency swap agreements between BRICS countries allows them to conduct trade in their respective currencies, reducing their reliance on the US dollar and minimizing exchange rate risk. Investment patterns. BRICS nations are becoming increasingly attractive destinations for foreign direct investment, FDI, and portfolio flows as investors seek higher returns and diversification opportunities outside of traditional Western markets. This influx of capital could drive up asset prices, stimulate economic growth, and enhance the internationalization of BRICS currencies. Example: China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, has catalyzed infrastructure investment across Asia, Africa, and Europe, creating new opportunities for trade, investment, and economic development among participating countries. Currency dynamics. The BRICS bloc's efforts to promote currency cooperation and reduce reliance on the US dollar could lead to greater exchange rate volatility and uncertainty in global financial markets. Central banks may diversify their foreign exchange reserves away from the dollar and towards alternative currencies, such as the Chinese yuan or the Russian ruble, in pursuit of greater stability and resilience. Example: the internationalization of the Chinese yuan has accelerated in recent years, with the currency being included in major global benchmark indices and used in an increasing number of cross-border transactions. Geopolitical influence. The collective influence of BRICS nations challenges the dominance of traditional Western powers in global governance structures, such as the International Monetary Fund, IMF, the World Bank, and the United Nations, UN. This shift in geopolitical power dynamics could lead to greater competition and cooperation among major powers, with implications for security, diplomacy, and economic policy. Example: BRICS countries often coordinate their positions on international issues, such as climate change, trade negotiations, and peacekeeping operations, to amplify their voices and promote common interests on the world stage. Global governance. BRICS nations are advocating for reforms in global governance structures to better reflect the changing realities of the 21st century and address the needs of developing countries. This includes calls for greater representation and voice for emerging market economies in multilateral institutions, as well as efforts to promote inclusive and sustainable development. Example: the BRICS bloc has supported initiatives to reform the IMF's quota system and increase the voting power of developing countries, ensuring that they have a greater say in decision-making processes and resource allocation. Conclusion: BRICS has emerged as a formidable force in the global economy, with the potential to reshape traditional power structures and influence economic trends. By leveraging their collective strengths, promoting cooperation and collaboration, and challenging the dominance of traditional Western powers, BRICS nations are shaping the future of global finance, trade, and governance. While the impact of BRICS on the US dollar and other economic factors is complex and multifaceted, it is clear that these emerging market economies are playing an increasingly significant role in shaping the world's economic landscape. Understanding and adapting to these changes will be crucial for policymakers, businesses, and investors in the years to come. As BRICS continues to evolve and expand its influence, it will be essential to monitor its developments closely and anticipate their implications for the global economy. Please subscribe to this channel to add more value.